it's going to be bullshit.
You know it's going to be bullshit. You know? Go ahead.
Well, it is said today, if you will hear his voice, harden not your hearts as in the provocation. For some, when they had heard, did provoke. Howbeit not all that came out of Egypt by Moses. But with whom was he grieved 40 years? Was it not?
What was he doing 40 years? He was killing off Israel. The ones that was in Egypt, that went into the wilderness, he killed them off, man. The ones that made it to the other side were their children and their grandchildren. You know? But that first generation didn't make it. Only 2 men made it. Joshua and Caleb. That's why you got to go into the history, man. Go ahead.
But with whom was he grieved 40 years? Was it not with them that had sinned?
That's Israel. So that was a sifting period, man. 40 years in the wilderness. Why did he have 40 years in the wilderness? So the Most High can sift them out. And he sifted out all of them except 2. So only 2 made it. Only 2 Israelites made it, man. From Egypt to the other side, man. Go ahead.
Whose carcass?
Your wife didn't make it, their children didn't make it. Oh, well, their children could have made it if they were born in the wilderness. But anybody on the side of Egypt, they didn't get to the other side, to the promised land. That generation was wiped out in the wilderness. Go ahead.
Whose carcasses fell in the wilderness, and to whom sware he that they should not enter into his rest, but to them that believe not. So we see that they could not enter in because of unbelief.
The reason why they didn't enter in because of unbelief. And we teach that the mark of the beast is the chip. Them guys are saying no, it's a Christianity. So are they believers? No, they're unbelievers, man.
Hebrews 4:1. Let us therefore fear, lest the promise.
Those guys don't have no fear, man. The scriptures, I believe that's in Jude. The scriptures speak about feed themselves without fear. Matter of fact, give me Jude and start from the top. I want this out to get it.
Jude chapter 1. Jude, the servant of YAHAWASHI and the brother of James, to them that are sanctified by the power, by the Most High, and preserved in YAHAWASHI and called. Mercy unto you and peace, and love be multiplied. Beloved, when I gave all diligence to write unto you of the common salvation, it was needful for me to write unto you and exhort you, that ye should earnestly contend for the faith which was once delivered unto the saints.
The word contend means to fight. Earnestly fight. In other words, this is a fight that you got to go through, man. A woman might leave you. You might be working at a job and your boss might see you, and he'll wait 2 months and fire you or lay you off. He ain't gonna tell you why. He ain't gonna tell you because I saw you speaking, but he'll find some other excuse, and you know the reason why he laid you off or fired you, man. So there's a point that you might not have a job. You might get a job that you make less of the money. So a lot of guys fall off because of that, man. A lot of guys fall off. Go ahead.
Hey, so if I may, those guys they're not coming out consistent. They're not earnestly contending. They're not earnestly fighting. It's like they're in the ring and they just get beat up. They gave up the fight.
Verse 4. For there are certain men crept in unawares, who were before of old ordained to this condemnation.
Let's name some of them. General Yohana, he's one of them. Lahab, Yeshaya, Kazak, Nate. Name some more. Tazariak, if he don't repent.
Oh,
Baloo, he's on the top of the list. I should have mentioned him first. Zabak, and there's many others, man. Comfy. Go ahead.
Ungodly men.
Ungodly men. Go ahead.
Turning the grace of our Lord into lasciviousness.
Go ahead.
And denying the only Lord and our only power and our Lord YAHAWASHI, I will therefore put you in remembrance, though you once knew this, that the Lord, having saved the people out of the land of Egypt,
The people were talking about who? Israel, right? Go ahead.
afterwards destroyed them that believed not.
Who did he destroy? Israel. He destroyed all Israelites of that generation except for two, Joshua and Caleb. And you must have had, scholars have counted that the children of Israel, when they left out of Egypt, when they went through the Suez Canal, which is, I'm sorry, the Gulf of Suez. The Gulf of Suez, you have the Gulf of ACHYAM. They were in the land of Goshen. When they went to the Red Sea, when you do the archaeological research, you find out they went through the Suez, the Gulf of Suez. Because somebody get a world map. No, brother, but the Bible says the Red Sea. Either you going off or the Bible going off. Hold it up, somebody hold it up. That's Egypt right there. That's the Red Sea over there. Jerusalem is up there. You got the Arab landmass over here, Ishmaelites and so forth. Now, if Goshen's over here, they went through, that's the Gulf of Suez. The wilderness was right here, between those two gulfs. Because if they went to the Red Sea, they would be down here. And Havilah, that's not where they was. They went up there, then they went up into Jerusalem, which is the land of Canaan. So somebody that's not really, versed in the scriptures, they'll come across the word Red Sea, and but that's what the Bible, that's considered part of the Red Sea, because that came out of the Red Sea. That's why you got to know archaeology, you have to know history, you have to know geography, cartography, you have to know etymology. You got to know these things, man. Where we at?
And that's that scripture, put on the whole armor.
That's right.
Yeah, that's putting on the whole armor.
Because a lot of these guys are winging it, man.
Oh, if HODC had put on the whole armor, they would have known what the word abduct meant.
Yeah, they got emotional. There was, what, 50 of them out there?
Yeah. The guy threw them off one word. The guy didn't want to admit that the man was abducted, which the word abduct means to, Elder Tal went through that, 2 weeks ago? Right in camp. Just hoist away.
It means to be led away. It means to be led away. When the Most High destroy America, which he's going to do, the elect, they're going to be beamed up. So give me another word for being beamed up. Abducted. I'm looking forward to getting abducted.
I have no problem.
Okay, we're going to be abducted. And I'm going to start using that word.
Yeah.
We're going to be abducted.
That's right.
Okay?
That's right.
YAHAWASHI, was he abducted? Yeah, he was abducted. Elijah, was he abducted? Enoch, was he abducted? Philip, was he abducted? And there was a lot of other prophets that was abducted, man.
Yeah, that's right. Yep. So you shouldn't have a problem with being abducted. Yeah. Right?
There it goes right there.
Yeah, that was the vehicle of abduction. The vehicle of abduction. But the guy had a problem with it because he was thinking about Esau. He's thinking about little green men from Mars and, what have you. They were abducted. That's why it's important, brothers, we tell you to know your words.
And you see how the Most High cursed Ariah, because that was his nephew, man.
Yeah.
Most High mess him up by way of his nephew ain't gonna make it, man. Unless he repent. Go ahead, what was we? Back in Jude.
Jude 1 and 5. I will therefore put you in remembrance, though ye once knew this, how that the Lord, having saved the people out of the land of Egypt, afterwards destroyed them that believed not.
So did you have Israelites that believe not? Yes. Do you have Israelites that believe not now? Yes. Let's deal with the black conscious community, man. Those guys are all non-believers, man. Why would you waste time dealing with them? Scripture said, cast not thy pearls before swine. We ain't got time to deal with those guys, man. And any Israelite that's having debates with them guys, you already know what the outcome's going to be. They're not going to turn around and say, oh, I believe. The reason why you had them other Israelite groups that had all them debates, because they were guaranteed money. You do that debate, this guy, Sarnetti, give you 4 G's. Or depending on what, at least 4 G's. When they did that big debate, they probably got more than that, man. It was all about the money. That's why all them different Israelite groups got together and they had to deal with the bullshit of Polite at that little meeting that they had at some church. And the reason why they didn't pull out, because guess what? If they would have pulled out, they wouldn't have got their money. So they said, we'll go ahead and do the debate, get the money, and we ain't gonna deal with them no more. We ain't got time to be playing games with them. We know them guys, cast not your pearls before swine, all right? Neither that which is holy unto dogs, man. Why would I waste time trying to teach a guy that we know he's not a believer, man? I ain't got no time for that, man.
And then the Apostle Paul speaking about one that fighteth and beateth the air. That's a guy that's fighting, but he's beating the air. He ain't hitting nothing. This is Micah 3 and 11. It says, the heads thereof judge for reward, and the priests thereof teach for hire.
Will you read that in?
Micah 3 and 11. The heads thereof judge for reward.
Titus 1 and 10.
And the priests thereof teach for hire. What does it mean teach for hire? Money. And the prophets thereof divine for money. Yet will they lean upon the Lord and say, is not the Lord among us? None evil can come upon us.
Yeah, because them different Israelite groups that got together, they really think that the Lord is the YAHAWASHI dealing with it, man. YAHAWASHI ain't dealing with them. And they got the memo. The Black Conscious movement got the memo, man. They don't come down here no more. Because they already know in their mind we're going to put the sign, you know what, if they come down, which it ain't, but if they do, give me this African sign, the heathenistic Africans. Take your time, take your time. Oh, by the way, Isaiah, when he first broke from us to show you had demons on him, he hit that scripture, evil in the adulterous generation seeketh after sign. And he said, you see how many signs them guys got? So then we saw the demon jump. As soon as he left GMS, the circle, the demons jumped right on his ass. He didn't see it. Okay, now, if some nigga come down, give me that. No, give it to me, man. Hey, he gonna still film. He gonna be bold. I'm gonna put this sign right in front of his camera. This sign gonna be right in front of his camera. But since they love Africans and chemists so goddamn much, let them move out there to fucking Africa, man. You know you had a whole lot of Africans that came from Africa just to see the Pope. What the heck is he doing?
Hey, bro, take a look. That's the people.
You guys go to Africa, man, you're going to have to deal with people that are like this. Like this here.
That's crazy, man.
You're going to have to marry women like this, because in Africa, this is considered beautiful, man. You're going to have to hang out with this nigga right here. Because they are niggas. Nigga means black. These are super niggas, man. These are real, these are ON, original niggas. DCC, the dusty, crusty crew. Go ahead.
He says, therefore shall Zion, for your sake,